with the nation. Hadley Duvall.
Thank you all. My name is Hadley, and I am honored to be here today in Pennsylvania as we work to elect a strong, brilliant, and unapologetic leader for reproductive freedom and our fundamental rights, Vice President Kamala Harris. As you've heard, this election will be the most impactful election of our entire lives. We have a choice this November between Vice President Harris, someone who is fighting for us, and Donald Trump, someone who is fighting against us. Kamala Harris will restore our reproductive freedom and protect our rights. Donald Trump will just enact dangerous Project 2025 on us and run everything that we know now. Not only would this strip all women in all 50 states of their reproductive freedom, that's just the start. So I'm not sitting this fight out, because when Donald Trump brags about overturning Roe, it is personal. I'm from Kentucky, where because of Donald Trump, an extreme abortion ban is now in place, with no exceptions for victims of rape and incest. From the time that I was 5 years old, I was sexually abused by my stepfather at the time. When I was 12, I was impregnated from being raped by him. I was too young to really understand what was happening to me. But hearing that I had options was the first and the only thing that kept me able to hold on to hope. But now, women and girls don't have that to hold on to. Maybe they do here in Pennsylvania, but they don't across state lines. And that's scary. There are no options for some women and girls out there. And make no mistake, that is because of Donald Trump. I remember standing in my bathroom, holding a positive pregnancy test after being checked out of language arts class. And I had no idea what was in my future. But knowing that I had an option to determine what was in it was the only thing that kept me fighting. And now I'm 22. I'm a first-generation college graduate. I'm living a life that I used to pray for. I've been advocating for our rights and using my voice to get power. And that's what Roe used to give us. The opportunity to take your power back, a chance. Throughout this journey, I have discovered a resilience I never knew existed. I learned that empowerment is not about forgetting my trauma, but about creating a light from the strength within. So to every survivor out here today and listening, know that you are not alone. Your pain is valid, and your courage is inspiring. And together, we will transform our experiences into a powerful force for change. And this is just the start. But doing that takes all of us. And that's why we are here today. We are coming together because there is too much at stake. Trump brags about overturning Roe v. Wade. He says he's proudly responsible for each and every abortion ban across the country. And he's called them a beautiful thing. I'll ask him again and again, what is so beautiful about making a 12-year-old carry the child of their parent? To tell a girl who has already been robbed of her childhood that you are now taking her future away. That's unimaginable. But it's happening. It's happening across the country. It's happening in this state. Donald Trump sees no wrong in what he did with overturning Roe. He doesn't believe that women are being affected by this every day, and they are.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Project 2025 is an extreme and dangerous blueprint of a second Trump term and what it would do to us. In Project 2025, there are detailed plans to have a total abortion ban in all 50 states, including right here in Pennsylvania.
Hell no.
Project 2025 even plans to prosecute doctors for sending or receiving medication abortion in the mail. But Project 2025 does so much more than that. It would take away checks and balances, and Trump would have unprecedented power. It would restrict our access to birth control. It would roll back protections for the LGBTQ+ community and use government programs to promote a model of marriage that does not include them.
Not on my watch.
Project 2025, as someone who is Gen Z, very young, this is my second election I'm voting in. And Project 2025 shows me that they will undo everything that I just learned in the history books. Everything that the strong people I just learned about in history class fought for would be undone. I can't sit around and let that happen. And this is what's at stake. It took time to find my voice, and even now, it's not easy to share my story, but doing so has never been more important to me. I spoke out the first time publicly the day after Trump overturned Roe. I was shocked to see how many people in my community didn't understand how devastating of a decision it was for women and girls like me. So I shared my thoughts on a Facebook post. I was nervous, I hit post, and I threw my phone across the room. Didn't even tell my parents before I made this post, and I had a lot of conservative family members. But to this day, making that post is one of the most important things I've ever done in my life. And since then, I traveled my state, and now my country, fighting for our generation to get our reproductive freedom back. And we will. In Pennsylvania with you all today. Pennsylvanians are proudly pro-choice. You all have turned out to vote for reproductive freedom at every opportunity. But no one in this state would be safe if Donald Trump makes his way back into the White House. The path to the Oval Office runs right through this state, literally. For all of us across the country, in all 50 states, we cannot afford to sit this out. Our rights are on the line in this election, and that is not an exaggeration. We know that for our lives, for our futures, and for the generations to come, we have to get out and vote. Yeah. When I walk into that voting booth on November 5th, I will vote for the younger me, who deserved so much better, and who deserved the options that she had. I will vote for the girls of America who are too young to have an opinion, but just old enough to suffer from the damage. I will vote for my future. I will vote for your future. I will proudly cast my vote for Kamala Harris. And if you care about America, you should too. Now, it is my honor to introduce another fierce fighter for reproductive freedom and our fundamental rights. He's been a champion for women, girls, and everyone